Gentlemen of the House, I have really great news. Europe has achieved two things at the same time that many thought would be impossible. They have finally achieved net zero. Let me repeat that. Europe has achieved net zero carbon emissions, well, at least for Spain and Portugal. However, at the same time, they achieved another remarkable number, net zero energy production. Last week, the world witnessed perhaps the greatest failure of progressive energy policy in the 21st century. Spain went offline. That's right, offline. Elevators froze mid-floor, subways and surface trains stopped in their tracks, oxygen concentrators failed, computers and other electronic devices ceased to operate, businesses shut down, people died. The modern systems we depend upon just stopped. Some might compare this to Greek mythology, the story of Icarus, who flew too close to the sun. Despite the warnings of his father, Icarus, driven by ambition, arrogance, and pride, soared higher and higher until the wax-coated wings melted and he plunged into the sea. Spain ignored their warnings too, and it fell. At high noon last week, under a clear sky, Spain's electrical grid collapsed. Days earlier, they were celebrating 100% renewable power, they cried, a victory for the climate agenda. And then, darkness. The problem is basic physics. Solar and wind do not provide the stabilizing inertia that turbine-based systems like nuclear, hydro, coal, and natural gas naturally supply. Without that cushion, even the small disruption can cascade into total system failure. Spain learned that the hard way. And here in Illinois, we should take that as a loud and clear warning. We haven't shut down our nuclear plants, at least not yet, but we've had a moratorium on new nuclear construction for decades. Under CEJA, the Climate and Equitable Jobs Act, we are aggressively phasing out coal and natural gas generation. These are the very sources that stabilize the grid to keep the lights on. We are not flying too close to the sun, however, we are climbing in that same direction slowly but dangerously. Spain's collapse wasn't an accident. It was engineered through political decisions that ignored engineering reality. The experts warned them, the system operators were silenced, and the media cheered them on. Does this sound all too familiar? Here in Illinois, we are repeating their mistake, but doing it with committees, regulations, and deadlines. I support clean energy, but I also support the truth. And that the truth is simply this: we need a balanced, reliable energy mix. That means lifting the moratorium on new nuclear development. That means rethinking CEJA's forced and premature shutdown of baseload generation. That means respecting the science of grid stability, not slogans of climate politics. While Reba McEntire once sang, "The night the lights went out in Georgia," what happened in Spain wasn't a song, it was real life. And we better make sure that Illinois isn't next. Because whether or not you believe in Greek mythology, the lessons are real. When you ignore the laws of nature and of physics, you're going to get burned. And when the lights go out in Illinois, there won't be a press conference big enough to explain it away. Thank you.